counting down the minutes to the first pitch of today's game.
Yes!
Who's in the starting lineup?
Come on, son, you got to get out there and take the mound. It's game time.
What does the skipper have to say?
It's an attitude, you got to be willing to defend. You got to be willing to base run, or you can't play here.
It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook with Tommy Wortz on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Welcome into the leadoff show, live from Stenny's, Second and National, 1250 AM, 105.7 FM, The Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. We're here at Stenny's, thanks to our good friends over at Sun Cruiser. Milwaukee Brewers going up against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Game number 3 of a 4-game series. It'll be Aaron Ashby on the bump, going up against Ryan Nelson. First pitch, 6:40 from American Family Field today. Game number 134 on the season. A couple of transactions before we get you to the lineup today. Eric Fetty signed to a 1-year contract. Will be active this evening as Trevor McGill was placed on the 15-day IL with a right flexor strain, retroactive from August 25th. And Logan Henderson is transferred to the 60-day IL. Some news that we heard earlier today. We will hear from Trevor McGill in the show as well. But first, let's get to our starting lineups.
Looking up, and it is gone.
It's almost time for the first pitch. Let's see who's in today's starting lineups. Brought to you by Lakeland University. Experience it your way. Visit lakeland.edu. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Thanks to our friends over at Lakeland University for being a part of the leadoff show. Experience it your way, lakeland.edu. First off, for the visiting Diamondbacks, their lineup today, Geraldo Perdomo, the shortstop, will lead things off. Blaze Alexander at third base will bat second. Corbin Carroll in right field will bat third. Lourdes Gurriel in left field bats fourth today. Pavin Smith, the first baseman, will bat fifth. James McCann, the catcher, will bat sixth. Adrian Del Castillo is the DH, batting seventh today. Alec Thomas in center field will bat eighth. Inamaro Vargas at second base will bat ninth. Now the lineup today for the Milwaukee Brewers. Bryce Terang at second base leads things off. Caleb Durbin at third base will bat second. William Contreras, the catcher, will bat third. Christian Yelich in left field bats fourth today. Andrew Vaughn at first base bats fifth. Blake Perkins in center field will bat sixth. Jake Bowers, he is back in the lineup today. The DH batting seventh. Brandon Lockridge in right field will bat eighth. Andrew Monasterio, the shortstop, will bat ninth. What a 7 through 9 Milwaukee is rocking with today. Bowers, Lockridge, Monasterio, 7 through 9 today. And if anything tells us about history, those guys will go 4 for 9 today with a homer and 2 runs driven in, because that's what the Brewers do, 7 through 8 in the order every day. Before we rewind and look at the game from before, Trevor McGill spoke earlier today, and we just broke some news that he has headed to the 15-day IL. I want to get you guys that sound and update you right away on what Trevor McGill had to say about his injury and heading to the injured list.
What you're feeling and what you know about the injury at this point?
Yeah, so we got an image last night. Just came out as a mild grade 1 flexor strain. Nothing too serious, no damage to the ligament or anything. Just kind of been grinding through it for the last week, and 34 pitches the other day wasn't it. So, yeah, just taking a step back and getting this right for the postseason.
Was it after that last outing that you spoke up about how you were feeling?
Yeah, I mean, it's been bugging for a week, but I tried pushing through it, and just kind of next day after that outing wasn't feeling great. So spoke up and got it imaged, and the results came back how they came back.
Is the feeling that just resting here over the next 10 days or whatever will be good enough to get you back on track and feeling good?
Yeah, I mean, my intentions are to be off on 15, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make that happen. So just going to work hard and get some good rest and come back strong.
Trevor, I know you want to be out there as much as possible. If there's a silver lining to it, is it just getting a little rest and being completely fresh going into what you hope is a long run?
Yeah, I mean, if that's the way to look at it, it definitely sucks being and missing time, especially in September, going down the stretch here. It's never ideal. But we'll see what happens in the next couple of days and just move along from there.
What have you learned about recovery and maintenance as you're pushing past career highs in innings and this role that you've been in this season just all year long?
It's very important. I mean, we made some changes in our clubhouse with some of the strength staff and the nutritionists, and that they've been doing great in my corner this season, and kind of give them some credit for the success and longevity we've had so far. And then just going to keep working with those guys and get something dialed in for the next 2 weeks.
Trevor, what can you say about the job that the bullpen has done overall in this really challenging stretch, right, of 19 games, and how the guys are holding up?
I mean, they're doing great down there. Morale seemed fine before I left last night in the bullpen. Just got to keep attacking how they're attacking, and things are going to shape out nice.
Have you ever had any flexor issues previously in your career?
Yeah, I've had some. That doesn't feel as bad as the ones I've had in the past. It's just some discomfort in there, and push and possibly miss postseason, or just nip this in the butt now and get it right.
Yeah.
Do you know what the immediate plan is of how long you'll be down from throwing?
I can imagine it'd be no more than just a couple of days. So we'll see what happens in a couple of days here, and probably reevaluate after Toronto.
Did you miss the last game? Did you miss what was said after the last game? It's time to rewind. It's the Leadoff Show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
That audio of Trevor McGill, courtesy of Drew Wagner. He will join the Leadoff Show a little over an hour from now. The game yesterday, Jacob Mizorowski on the bump going up against Brandon Pfaadt. We had looked into Brandon Pfaadt and his numbers that he had with against Milwaukee now, and they were not good. And we saw that opportunity, and again, the Brewers got after him early. In the first inning, Andrew Vaughn had a sac fly that got the Brewers on the board first. That made things 1-0. The third inning is really where the Brewers started to do some damage. 1-0. Bryce Terang draws a leadoff walk. Then William Contreras hits one 441 feet.
Sequence, there he goes, and a drive to left. Hammered and gone, 15 for William Contreras. Went to the sweeper one too many times. He hung it, and Contreras absolutely demolished it. Right down the middle.
That was a 110 off the bat, and I don't think it's really doing it justice by any means. William Contreras, with his 15th homer on the season, gives the Brewers the 3-0 lead. They weren't done in that inning either. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. Anthony Siegler with the RBI double.
Siegler, left field, shallow. McCarthy can't make the play. 2 runs will score. Siegler to second base. The Brewers have 5 on the D-backs.
I don't want to pile on Anthony Siegler because, even though that play probably should have been made, he has numbers that don't look all that bad every once in a while, and that was one yesterday. Next man up was Blake Perkins. He would add on to the Brewers' lead.
Perkins into right. Carroll can't make the play, knocks it down. Siegler will score. It's a 5-run third.
A 5-run third inning. The Brewers put up 5 again. Now the 23rd time this season. That is the most in the major leagues. A 5-run inning would happen for any other MLB team. The Brewers are up 6-0 after 3. In the fourth, that's when Mizorowski found some trouble. An infield single that maybe they could have made the play on Ketel Marte if Andrew Vaughn was a little more athletic. He would bounce back, get the next 2-man out. Then a ground rule double from Pavin Smith made things interesting because you thought he was going to save them on that. Then Gabriel Moreno would hit one 406 feet. It was 6-3 in favor of Milwaukee still. Later on in the contest, though, the Brewers would add on some more insurance runs in the 6th inning. Andrew Monasterio, a double with 1 out. Then Bryce Terang. I mean, the guy can't stop doing this, people.
Terang, right field, deep, and gone again for Terang. His month of August, man, this guy's on fire.
Wow. You knew that was out of the ballpark. There's your add-on runs.
Bryce Terang in the month of August is absolutely unconscious right now for the Milwaukee Brewers. That would make things 8-3. The Brewers then in the 7th inning would end up surrendering some more runs thanks to a Perdomo single and a Carroll double. It was 6-8 just as quickly as it felt like it was 6-0 in the game. Then they would tie it up in the 8th inning, Arizona, after another Vargas single and Perdomo double. 8-8. Now the Brewers have Shelby Miller coming in. He would lock things down in the 9th inning, a multi-inning performance from Shelby Miller. Then Isaac Collins won it for him with this one.
Fly ball to right. That's going to do it. Carroll is back. He will make the catch. Lockridge tags. Here's the throw. The Brewers walk it off against Arizona.
Back-to-back homestands now with a walk-off for Isaac Collins. This one not nearly as cool with the sacrifice fly. He had the walk-off homer on August 10th. If you remember that, the Brewers pick up the victory 9-8. 83-50 now on the year for Milwaukee. The Diamondbacks falling to 64-69. A couple other news and notes. Jacob Mizorowski, his final line, 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 10 strikeouts for the Miz. 10th major league start. Feels so weird to say he's already had 10 starts now in the big leagues. Struck out 10 batters for the second time now. He threw a major league high 93 pitches in the contest. That has to give you some optimism for Jacob Mizorowski. Maybe it is because now the bullpen is getting more and more thin, it feels like, and Jacob Mizorowski really pushed it, was able to do that. Christian Yelich also kind of went underneath the radar, had his 1,000th career hit with the Brewers with his single in the 1st inning. He ended up getting another hit now to make him at 1,001, which puts him 12th most in franchise history. 8 hits behind bench coach, associate manager, what's his title? Ricky Weeks now for Milwaukee. Bryce Terang had his 15th homer as his 2-run shot in the 6th inning. He leads the National League with 9 homers in August during the month, 349, 404 on base, 6 doubles in that same time. That's a 1.137 OPS, has a 9-game hitting streak as well during that time. After the game was over, Isaac Collins, the hero in the 9th inning, spoke a little bit to the media. Here is Collins after picking up the walk-off sacrifice fly for Milwaukee.
Yeah, that was a tough one there. The wall kind of was in the back of my mind. And, yeah, but like you said, baseball is, crazy game. And, luckily I got another opportunity to help the team win. And, glad I was able to come through.
Obviously, you did it earlier with the homer, the sac fly, not the same, but obviously still the same result. Just kind of how big is it to have those at bats before you to step up and have a chance?
Yeah, that was huge. I mean, Bill had an amazing at bat to start the inning off, and Yelly, fought his butt off to get on base as well, and same with Vaughn, and just manufacturing a run. That was really the biggest thing. Any way we can, we got to get one run. So that was, a good inning all around.
What is it about this lineup that enables you to produce the offense y'all been producing this last month, 6 weeks or so?
I think, everyone 1 through 9 can work the count a little bit. Like, we can score runs in a ton of different ways. We don't necessarily just rely on, the long ball, or, we can, get hits and, singles, work a walk, move a runner first to third. There's just, when you have a bunch of different ways to score runs, it puts a lot of pressure on the other team.
With these last 2 games being pretty similar, right? Like big lead, they come back and hold on. Marcel, he was really proud of you guys for the resiliency that you're showing. What are you seeing from how you guys have been able to come back and win these games?
Yeah, I mean, resiliency is the best way to describe it. And, we're on a stretch here, 18 games, 17 days, whatever it is. So to be able to get a win like tonight in the middle of that stretch is just a testament to the type of guys we have here.
There is Isaac Collins speaking to the media after the game. That audio courtesy Drew Wagner. It is the leadoff show. We're live here at Stenny's on 2nd and National. Thanks to our friends over at Sun Cruiser Vodka. Baseball calls for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, made with real iced tea and real vodka. It's refreshingly smooth and easy to drink. No bubbles to fill you up. It's the perfect game day sipper. Plus, each Sun Cruiser is only 100 calories, 4.5% alcohol, making it the perfect drink for anywhere your watch party takes you. Crack one open today. Let the good times cruise, Milwaukee. Please drink responsibly as well. Here at Stenny's, $5 Sun Cruisers before the game today. So go ahead, pick up one of those. Stenny's here, second in national, the leadoff show, having a good time. We just had Wisconsin Sports Daily for 3 hours before that. Leadoff show going to go up until 6:30 today. More after the game as well. Shelby Miller, a massive performance for the Milwaukee Brewers in this one, and he did not have his best stuff the first time around with Milwaukee, right? He gave up a lot of runs, really messed up the whole vibe, it felt like, in that game in his first outing. Well, he came in this one, 1 1/3, 1 hit, finished it out, went multi-innings. As you know now, Trevor McGill was unavailable, Abner Uribe was unavailable, Nick Mears was unavailable, and Miller locked things down at the back end of it. Struck out 2 in the process as well, gave up just the 1 hit. Shelby Miller spoke to the media after the game. Here he is after the Brewers pick up the 9-8 victory over Arizona.
Multi-inning thing, I think, since June. What's the challenge of having to do that so late in the game?
Just the ups are tough because when you go back out there and you're not as hot as when you're coming in. So whatever you need to do to, they tell us right when we come in, usually when we're going back out. So whatever you got to do in the dugout to stay warm to get ready to go back out there. But, going multiples is never too easy for anyone.
Do you think it was a big step in kind of your comeback from just being down for a while with the D-backs?
Yeah, I mean, I think Murph's going to need me to, do that at times. So for me to, go in and, get an extra out, or if I have to go 2, when we have some guys down like we did today, I got to be ready to do that. So I think that's a good step forward. Today was a good step forward, and, hopefully you don't get too many of those, but, I'm always ready to do that when I need to.
How was it just facing your former teammates?
It was weird. I haven't really – we didn't take BP and stuff today, so I didn't really go out and say hi to all of them. I talked to some of the bullpen guys when they were playing catch earlier, but, I've never been traded during the season. So, to see familiar faces that, were on your side, a month ago, it's a little different. But, my job is to help this team win, and it was a big win tonight.
Shelby, how challenging is this stretch for the pen, especially? 19 games, 18 days, right? It's just the workload, and as you said, you guys are down a couple guys today.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to Jim about it today. I was like, I don't know why MLB throws 20 games in a row in there, but it's tough. There's a bunch of moves that usually are made during these kind of stretches, and to get fresh arms when guys go, cover multiple innings, and Murph's got a sheet. I'm assuming he looks at with how many guys have been throwing on what days and how many pitches and ups and all that. So it's a puzzle. Our job's when the phone rings, answer and get hot and get ready for the game, whatever he needs out of us. So but the 19 games and 20 games in a row or whatever it is takes a toll on everyone.
That play by Monasterio during the night, how much of a lift is that for you?
I mean, that was huge. It was the second out of the inning. I knew I saw him kind of want to go third, and I was pointing towards first because I knew the guy running wasn't super speedster, but that was a hell of a play. I mean, I think that was a ball game saver in my eyes. I think we don't get that out. It's a different scenario with runners on first and third with 1 out compared to 2. So great play by him. Huge. He had a good day.
What have you learned about this team just being here for the first month or so?
There's no quit at all. Like they don't take plays off. When situations like the game today, we were up 6. We let them come back into it, and the offense ended up picking us up and taking really good at bats in the bottom of the 9th, and ended up walking it off. So it's like that every day. I think the guys come in ready to play, and so it's a fun group to be a part of. For sure.
There is Shelby Miller speaking to the media after the game. It is the leadoff show. We are live from Stenny's on Second and National here with our friends at Sun Cruiser Vodka. The Brewers now have won 11 of their last 14 home games, improved to 83-50 on the year, and the 10th win via the walk-off this season. That is the most in a single year since 2022 when they also had 10, and they have 14 home games remaining. The Brewers are tied with Boston for the most walk-off wins this year in MLB. It feels like every team stat, the Brewers just always at the top right now, whether it's wins, walk-off wins, home record, road record, doesn't matter. The Brewers continue to be at the top for all of them. Jacob Mizorowski, he was the pitcher who started yesterday, and everyone knows what he does. He's going to throw fast. He's going to throw hard. He's going to keep the pace up, but he can sometimes have that inning where it gets in front of him, and he had that yesterday in the 4th inning. However, he was able to battle through it and end up pitching 5 in the game. He spoke afterwards as well. Here is the phenom, Jacob Mizorowski, after the game.
Yeah, definitely. Feels like everything's finally clicking.
What did you want to take out there just after the last two, coming back from the IL?
Just, having the same, energy I was having at Chicago and, build on it a little bit.
Did the routine, getting the full 5 days, did that help after kind of just a weird couple of weeks with the IL and then the short start?
No. I think it's just the same. I think it is what it is. We do this every week, so it's what's one day. It's nothing crazy.
We've seen the fist bumps from you after big strikeouts. You had a little bit of skipping today. Do you kind of feed off of that just for yourself, kind of affirming what you wanted to do out there on your own?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's one of those things that you, I'm excited. So, let's try and pump up the guys along with me, seem to do a little bit.
Jacob, how important was today? And not that it's do or die one game, but just after the last couple, what was your level of intent going into tonight?
It's the same. I don't think I changed the intent on any game, these last 2 or 3, but it's feels good to feel like I'm back.
What did you hear from Hook and Jim, if anything, between starts that kind of got things going? What kind of work did you guys do?
They were just, seeing the stuff that I've been doing and, seeing that it's working. And, in my outings, I had a rough inning here and there, but they're seeing good stuff. So, yeah, they were excited.
How soon could you tell that you kind of had, that you were back, that you had your stuff, just the way you were able to kind of pump the strike zone there early on? Or?
I felt back in Chicago. I just have one bad inning, but no, it's, just having the team behind me and doing, getting some run support. It's awesome.
You mentioned obviously the success they had out there. What was it like for you watching that 9th inning where you 21 pitches from 3 guys and then Isaac comes through?
Yeah, it sucks to watch. You never want to watch that, and but at the same time, we won the ball game, so it's it's awesome. It's awesome that we have that run support and we can develop a run on any given inning.
Because this is your first time going through all of this, but this type of stretch of 19 games and 18 days and what's being asked of the starters and the bullpen, what are you learning about kind of how challenging this is for all of you?
Yeah, this is definitely the first time I've had anything like it. It's new. It's definitely different than like college or minor leagues for even that. But no, it's definitely feels like everyone's together, everyone's going through the same thing. So it's awesome to be here and be around.
There is Jacob Mizorowski speaking after the game. Performance really not all that bad from Jacob Mizorowski. And I said it yesterday. I thought it was going to be a high strikeout number for him after what Brandon Woodruff was able to do against Arizona in that game. And he ended up doing the exact same thing. 10 strikeouts, 5 innings for Jacob Mizorowski yesterday. Let's get to Pat Murphy. We'll play his post-game show right now here before we get to break. Why not? Pat Murphy after the game yesterday. Here he is, 9-8 victory over Arizona.
Did you consider this a step forward for Mizorowski, and how big?
Oh, for sure. I thought Miz threw the ball well. This is a really good offensive team, as you guys have witnessed. You get ahead of them, it doesn't matter. But I thought we showed tremendous poise, resiliency. I'm going to hand it to the guys, man. The at-bats in the last inning, Contreras' at-bat for the base hit, guy throwing 100, and fights through a base hit. Yelich's, how many pitch bat was that? 9 pitch at bat in a big situation.
That Monasteria there, on top of the net.
Yeah.
How critical was that?
Yeah. Mona, that was a great play by Mona. You're looking at this and you got how many position players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 position players that were in AAA this year. You have 7 position players that were in AAA this year out of 13. So you want to talk about this team scrapping, talk about the right people, and your leader, Yelich, and your other leader, Contreras, is in his own right, the way he plays every single day. Those guys show up for you in the big times. And that's just great. The job that Shelby Miller did, we got Uribe and McGill down. Mears is down. We're trying to do everything we can, but the job and the job Koenig did, to be honest with you, just a couple bad pitches, but he got 2 big strikeouts in a big time where that could have been a big inning. So even Koenig, who's been used and abused and gotten up because of the nature of his job, gotten up for lefties here and there, and I credit him for helping us win because he got those 2 big strikeouts at a big time to 2 really good players. Good offensive players, and then obviously he didn't like it giving up that hit, but he didn't give up the lead. And Shelby was sensational. Yeah.
Was Shelby warning for the 9th?
Yeah, I mean, once they got a bunch of runners and Koenig's pitch count got up to close to 30, we had to put him in the 8th and go 1+. And we didn't want to do that to Koenig either. But once Tobias gave up hard contact, that's what we had to do.
Was the Perdomo one the tough one? Because
there is the manager, Pat Murphy, after the game. You can tell how he feels about Geraldo Perdomo by the end of that. It is the leadoff show. We're live here at Stenny's on 2nd and National. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side, we'll hear from Pat Murphy earlier today. He spoke in pregame. Obviously, some updates on the injury front. If you missed it earlier in the show, Eric Fetty signed a 1-year contract, will be active this evening with the Milwaukee Brewers, as Trevor McGill was placed on the 15-day IL with a right flexor strain, retroactive back to August 25th, and Logan Henderson transferred to the 60-day IL. It is the leadoff show. We are live from Stenny's on 2nd and National with our good friends at Sun Cruiser Vodka. Charlie back in studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Looking up, and it is gone.
It's almost time for the first pitch. Let's see who's in today's starting lineups. Brought to you by Lakeland University. Experience it your way. Visit lakeland.edu. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 1057 FM The Fan.
Welcome back to the leadoff show. Tommy Wortz here with you live from Stenny's on 2nd and National. Brewers Diamondbacks today. 6:40 first pitch from American Family Field. If you missed it, no Quinn Priester today. It is Aaron Ashby opening the game for Milwaukee. Ashby actually is going to be the 15th different starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers this year. That is the third most in the National League behind the Braves and the Dodgers, who have 17 and 16 respectively. Lineup for Milwaukee brought to you by Lakeland University. Bryce Terang leads things off. He's at second base. Caleb Durbin at third base will bat second. William Contreras, the catcher, will bat third. Christian Yelich in left field bats fourth today. Andrew Vaughn at first base will bat fifth. Blake Perkins in center field will bat sixth. Jake Bowers, the DH, bats seventh. Brandon Lockridge in right field batting eighth. Andrew Monasterio, the shortstop, will bat ninth.
Let's see what the skipper has to say heading into today's game. Let's head to the Coach's Corner. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 1057 FM The Fan.
Pat Murphy speaking to the media earlier today. Our good buddy Drew Wagner, who will join the program about 45 minutes from now at 6:15, had the opportunity to talk with him, sit down with a couple other guys. Austin Herdina going to join us at 6 o'clock as well over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Don't want to forget to mention that. But Pat Murphy had a busy day, a lot of questions to answer when you have your closer go down, and he is now on the IL, and a new man on the team on August 27th, Eric Fetty.
All right, what do we got? Let's talk baseball. Give me some baseball questions.
The risk is pitching in, I imagine.
Well, how about Fetty? He's the guy who's bounced around a little bit this year, but has obviously track record.
Yeah, I told him. I said, hey, man, I've really never liked you that much, man. You're always across the way shoving it on us, so I'm glad you're on our team now. So, yeah. Great pickup, I think, for the situation we're in. Look at the situation we're in. What other move do you want to talk about?
Trevor? How about
Trevor. Clifford? The big red dog?
Big red dog. He seemed like he was pretty confident that this isn't anything that's going to
I sure hope so.
Linger.
Yeah, I sure hope so. We need him. You get numb to adversity when it happens like this. It happens all year, so you get numb to it. But, yeah, McGill's been not so quietly, but he's been a huge force, leadership,
As unfortunate as this is there a small benefit to him getting a little bit of a break after working so much and then with hopefully coming a lot longer?
Yeah, I mean, it's a critical time for us, so nobody can afford to go out there and not be 100%. Sal thought I benched him because he missed the ball in right field or something. But that's not the truth. I'm trying to give him a blow here a little bit. It's been tough on his legs. He's had 2 leg injuries, and want to make sure that the knee and the whatever else is, getting time in this 19-day stretch. You got to give so many days. Poor Yelly's, the grandpa of the team, and I never give him a day off. And he keeps saying, whatever you need. It's just kind of incredible. You know what I mean? Here's a guy in his state, meaning back surgery, whatever you need, man. Whatever you need.
Are you
Go ahead.
a little surprised at how, because you never know with the back surgery. Are you a little surprised with just how available Yelich has been this year? Which thought maybe he'd have to rest a little bit more regularly, but it seems to have held up very well.
Yeah, he's a great athlete, But yeah, I'm surprised that there isn't more residual.
He's got a little more time in the field these last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Early on, as you guys kind of look ahead a little bit, Reese is working his way back. Just the options you guys have down the line. Is that something that's on the table, putting him left a little more down the stretch?
I mean, it's definitely a thought. You know what I mean? It's definitely a thought. Collins has been so good. I don't know where it fits. I don't know how. But, you know, that's an option we got to be able to take advantage of. And in days like today, when Sal needs a break, in my opinion, he doesn't think he does, but I worry about him. You know, Sal plays so hard. And he's always diving and moving and whatever. The season takes a little more toll. He weighs 175 pounds. You know what I mean? It's like,
Do you ever have to tell a guy like that to, for lack of a better term, back off a little bit, or do you not want to get in the way of a guy who's playing hard?
I crush Sal every day anyways. You know what I mean? Like I'm just, you know, he's numb to anything I say to him, you know, but, and he says to me he's fine every day, no matter what. I'm fine. He was fine when he was laying on the ground and he ran into a wall last year, ran into the, you know, his hip, whatever. Carrying him off the field, he says it's fine, I can play. The other day with first base, when his knee locked up or whatever, I said, "Can you steal a base?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Okay, you can go right here." And Bush is looking at us like, "Did you just say that you were going to run right here?" That's when I asked Corner.
You should take him out.
Huh?
You asked him if you should take him out.
Ask him a bunch of things. I had a long conversation with Corner.
Murph, does Abner get first crack at the ninth?
I think so.
What is Shelby showing you?
Yeah, it was big. Right? It was big yesterday, man. That's big yesterday.
He said that he's like aware that you might be asking for more of that down the stretch. Is he moving up the trust tree?
I think he is, yeah. I mean, he's been great lately, and I think he's really done a nice job transitioning to a new team. And for veterans, it's not easy. That's not easy. Transition.
You still have to be careful with him, or is he in a good zone as far as being away from that injury?
Yeah, I think he knows how to care for himself. He took care of it. I think he's healthy, but he knows how to upkeep. We wouldn't use him multiple innings very often unless an emergency. Just like having Caney throw 30 pitches unless an emergency.
What kind of length are you hoping for from Ash today?
Ash, I think he's going to go at least one time around, you know, maybe. So whatever that takes. It's a good lineup, man. They're a good lineup.
Have you considered, if you kicked around the idea of playing Isaac Collins in the midfield?
Yeah, we have. It's just, who are you going to take out? You don't want to take Durbin out. Durb's been really good, but to just take Collins out, who's never played defense there, very often, it'd be hard.
Speaking of him, we have been trained not to look too much at numbers on rehab assignments because they're odd. But what are Jackson's games telling you?
I think to be honest, when you're coming off a rehab for the first time, you don't know what to expect down there. And he's not in compete mode, it doesn't seem like, because he doesn't want to push it, because he doesn't want to get hurt again. He's never been hurt before. So I think we got a lot of that going on. You know, he's not going to all of a sudden regress hitting. He just has to see pitches. He'll be fine.
So is the plan to have him in Toronto?
If all goes well tonight, I think we'll have him in Toronto.
Is he doing a full load of them tonight?
All nine.
All night.
Logan Henderson going to the 60 days that going to fully end his season or
No.
potentially postseason?
All hands on deck right then.
We got a little bit on him that he's doing plyo or something like
Yeah.
that, not throwing yet though. Do you have any more, like, is this taking a little longer?
Yeah, I mean he's got a screw in there from a while back, right? And no, he's just he's got to build up again. He'll start throwing here soon. But I don't know that we can count on him if he hasn't seen a hitter. And then where do you go and see hitters? He can go to AAA if he's ready at the end of September and get some innings.
There is the manager, Pat Murphy, speaking to the media before the game today. It is the leadoff show. We are live from Stenny's on 2nd and National. Charlie back in the studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. We're going to get to our Building a Winner feature next. Take a look around the minor leagues. But I just want to bring this up. Like, Pat Murphy totally forgetting, like, you can't take Caleb Durbin out of the lineup, even though he does that like every other day with Anthony Siegler at this point. I love what Pat Murphy does for this team. I think he is the foundation of this team as well. Like, they feed off of him, but I never know where his direction is going. That's where it always is with Pat Murphy. Another plug here for Stenny's. They got their 40th anniversary block party coming up here September 5th, 6th, and 7th. That'll be a great time. They're giving away a Harley, I guess I've heard, for that too. So make sure you guys, if you want to come out, hang out at Stenny's, take their shuttles. They do a great job. I have taken the Stenny's shuttle before. It has worked out perfectly. Takes you to the field, picks you back up, brings you right back over here. Have some drinks before, have some drinks after. Always a good time. Great food here, too, at Stenny's. It is the leadoff show. We are live from Stenny's now because of our good friends over at Sun Cruiser Vodka. We're going to get to our Building a Winner feature next. How has Jackson Churio and Rhys Hoskins been in the minor leagues? We'll take a look at that and everyone else in between. Coming up right after this.
key to building a winner in baseball is a strong minor league system. Who are the names we should know? How did they play in their last game? Ironworkers Local 8 brings you Building a Winner. Be a cowboy of the sky. Apply now at IWL8.org. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 1057 FM, The Fan.
Yes, time for another Building a Winner feature presented by Ironworkers Local 8. Thanks again to Ironworkers Local 8 for being a part of the leadoff show as well. Before we take a look around the minor leagues, the Brewers lineup today brought to you by Lakeland University. Bryce Terang at second base will lead things off. Caleb Durbin at third base will bat second. William Contreras, the catcher, will bat third. Christian Yelich in the outfield and left field today bats fourth. Andrew Vaughn at first base will bat fifth. Blake Perkins in center field will bat sixth. Jake Bowers is the DH, batting seventh. Brandon Lockridge in right field will bat eighth. Andrew Monasterio, the shortstop, will bat ninth. Let's start things off with AAA.
Nashville Sounds.
Nashville. Now, the news out of Nashville is all the major leaguers that are playing there right now. Rhys Hoskins went 3 for 4, had 2 doubles and a run in his rehab game with AAA Nashville. They lost 7-3. He's 8 for 23. That's .348 batting average with Nashville across his 6 games. Now he has 5 extra base hits, 3 doubles, 2 homers in that time. He was on the 10-day IL, remember, all the way back on July 7th with the sprained left thumb. And Jackson Churio made his 4th rehab appearance with AAA Nashville on Tuesday, played in 9 innings in the field during the loss as well. Churio trying to come back this weekend if everything goes well, it sounds like. Tyler Black, oh yeah, he was also 1 for 3 in the game too. Let's get on to Biloxi.
Biloxi Shuckers.
AA yesterday, they lost 2-1 over the Montgomery Biscuits. However, Casey Hunt, 7 innings, 1 hit, 9 strikeouts, his best start in AA so far this year. Brock Wilkin was 1 for 3. He has made his first appearance since June 18th, as Wilkin was placed on the injured list back on June 23rd with the dislocated left patella. Missed 50 games with that injury. Wilkin had 18 homers in 65 games before that happened. He has a .941 OPS this season. That is one of the best in the Brewers organization as a whole. Cooper Pratt also 2 for 4 in the game, continuing to do his thing as well. Let's get to Wisconsin now.
Wisconsin Timber Rattlers.
Timber Rattlers lost 5-1 over the Quad City River Bandits. Their playoff hopes all over, have been for a while now. This is the last week you can go see the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers play. They have all of the Brewers' top prospects right now. Jesus Mate, Luis Pena, and our guy Andrew Fisher, also 2 for 4 with a double yesterday in that game as they lost 5-1 to Quad Cities. Let's get to the Carolina Mudcats.
Carolina Mudcats.
The Mudcats, Melvin Hernandez. Who did I tell you to watch yesterday? Our guy Melvin, he's 19 years old. He doesn't strike a lot of guys out, doesn't do anything too exciting. But yesterday he had 5 strikeouts in 6 innings in the 4-3 loss to Delmarva. Hernandez surrendered just 1 run, giving him the 2nd consecutive quality start, now 6th this season. Dropped his season ERA down to 2.09, the best mark in the Brewers organization among qualified pitchers across all of the minor leagues as well. And other news and note is that Class A Carolina, the Mudcats, are playing their final home series at 5 County Stadium in Zebulon, North Carolina against Delmarva. The Mudcats have played at 5 County Stadium since July of 1991. They won 2 league titles, 4 division titles, and 9 half-division titles. The Mudcats have been affiliated with the Brewers since 2017, and next year is when we see the team begin as the Wilson Warbirds, and will play at a new Wilson Stadium in Wilson, North Carolina. So wrapping things up with the Mudcats now as they fell to Delmarva and now are in 2nd place, trying to get another playoff berth for them if they can in their final season with the Mudcats. Now, the Complex League is over, Dominican Summer League over as well. Let me run down the top 10 prospects here again for you in case you guys have missed it and want to get an update here. Jesus Mate, number 1 in the Brewers organization. He's number 5 in all of baseball per MLB Pipeline. Luis Pena, number 2. He is number 16 in all of baseball as well via MLB Pipeline. Both of those guys with the Timber Rattlers, as I was saying. Cooper Pratt, who we just said had 2 hits yesterday in last night's contest. He's number 53 in all of baseball. He's the Brewers' number 3 prospect right now. Jefferson Cuero, number 4 prospect for the Brewers. Drew Wagner said he's not ruling out seeing Cuero this year. Like, when we talked to him 2 days ago when we were at Brewski's, he had said do not rule it out. He could still have an opportunity to come up if there is an injury to Jansen or Contreras. I guess we're not hoping for that, but just be ready if Cuero gets called up at some point this year. Logan Henderson, who just got moved to the 60-day IL today, is the Brewers' number 5 prospect. Andrew Fisher, number 6. Bishop Letson, number 7, right-handed pitcher. Luke Adams, Braylon Payne, Marco Dinges, 8 through 10. Luke Adams on the IL, the only guy who's not in single-A ball. This Building a Winner feature presented by Iron Workers Local 8, building Milwaukee's future one beam at a time. We have some time here, so why not? Let's do some eye on the enemy here as the Brewers take on the Diamondbacks for game number 3.
Nobody likes them.
Craig Counsell returning to American Family Field.
We all want to see them lose.
It's not my job to tell people how to feel about something or even to figure it out. Let people feel how they want to feel. I mean, I'm good with that, and I think it doesn't have to be all positive.
It's time to eye up the enemy for today's game. It's the Leadoff Show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM. The Fan.
Leadoff Show presented by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Eye on the enemy. For those of you who don't know, before every remote show, me and Charlie sit down. We have a rigorous meeting beforehand to make sure we know everything that's going to happen. And I totally just sprung eye on the enemy on him right there. And he handled it like a pro. But I was looking ahead at it in case we were going to have a little more time. And there is a lot of experience in both lineups against both of these pitchers set to open today between Milwaukee and Arizona. Aaron Ashby, the late notice, will be the opener today. No Quinn Priester starting the game. Eric Fetty expected to be a guy to come out of the pen. I'll ask Drew Wagner if we know more about Quinn Priester, on if he's just missing a day, if he's going anywhere, if he's going to come in this game and be a guy coming in through the 4th through whatever innings as well. But Ashby today against the Diamondbacks lineup, he's faced just about everyone, and there has been a lot of success as well. It's really been boom or bust for that case. Geraldo Perdomo, 3 for 3 in his career against Aaron Ashby. Blaze Alexander, Corbin Carroll, both hitless and 4 combined at-bats. Lourdes Gurriel has a hit in his career. Pavin Smith, 2 for 4 as well. James McCann, Del Castillo, and Thomas all 0 for 1 respectively as well. In the Brewers side of things, going up against Ryan Nelson, we have seen a couple of hitters have done nothing really against this guy in the past. Bryce Terang is 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Caleb Durbin, it'll be the first time he faces him. Contreras is the only man in the order with a hit off Ryan Nelson. He's 1 for 4. Yelich 0 for 4. Vaughn 0 for 5. Perkins 0 for 2. Bowers will see him for the first time, and Monasterio will see him for the first time, and Lockridge is 0 for 1. I mean, not a lot of positive to say against the Brewers and Ryan Nelson. And right now, Milwaukee's lineup today, if you missed it earlier in the show, no Sal Frelick in there. He's getting a day of rest. Right now, it is Caleb Durbin at the top part of it, so no Anthony Siegler, even though it's a righty on the mound, which kind of contradicts the whole plan Pat Murphy had of platooning Anthony Siegler and Caleb Durbin during this stretch. But you can't take Durbin out right now. Seems like he's just way too hot. And Siegler, maybe Pat Murphy even realizing yesterday, 9 times out of 10, that double he had yesterday is a fly out to left field. So the Brewers going to try to get some worked up success against Nelson, which they have not had so far this year. Bryce Terang among the top 5 in the National League this year in homers, total bases, slugging, OPS. He leads all of baseball since August started. All of those stats I just said. 9 homers, 63 total bases, a 733 slugging, and a 1.137 OPS. 349 average is 3rd best in baseball since August, and 23 RBI is 5th in baseball since that time as well. Monasterio is batting .389 with 2 homers over his last 15 games, trying to see if that success can translate now against Nelson for the first time. And we hadn't seen Uribe yesterday. I wanted to bring this up too. He has not surrendered an earned run now in his last 17 appearances for the Milwaukee Brewers. 17 innings, 9 hits, 1 run, but it was not earned, and 18 strikeouts for Abner Uribe in his last 17 tries now out there. He's going to be the closer, as you assume now, with McGill going down. So it'll be a big test for Abner Uribe over the next 2 weeks and change. Coming up here on the leadoff show, we will be joined by Austin Herdina over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook manager at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Give you some of the best bets. If you want to get any action today, we got shuttles running from Stenny's right now. Make sure you guys come on down 2nd and National. Grab some merch. We have shirts up here. We got koozies, hats. Doesn't matter. Then hop on the shuttle, grab a drink as well while you do that, and then come on back and have some drinks after. Sun Cruiser Vodka, maybe. That would probably be one of the better ones to get. Baseball calls for Sun Cruiser Vodka iced tea, made with real iced tea and real vodka. It's refreshingly smooth, easy to drink, no bubbles to fill you up. It's the perfect game day sipper. Plus, each Sun Cruiser Vodka, only 100 calories, 4.5% alcohol, making it perfect for anywhere your watch party takes you. Cracks one open today. Let the good times cruise, Milwaukee. Please drink responsibly. Austin Herdina coming up next on the leadoff show, live from Stenny's on 2nd and National. Charlie back in the studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Let's get the latest on today's odds for the game. What's the best way to go? Let's check in with our expert from the Potawatomi Sportsbook to find out. It's the Leadoff Show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM. The Fan.
Welcome back to the Leadoff Show. Tommy Wortz here with you live from Stenny's, second in national. Before we get to our guy, Austin Herdina, over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Let me get you the lineups again in case you missed it. Other side of the 6 o'clock hour now. Bryce Terang to lead things off. He's at second base. Caleb Durbin at third base will bat second. William Contreras, the catcher, will bat third. Christian Yelich in left field bats fourth today. Andrew Vaughn at first base will bat fifth. Blake Perkins in center field will bat sixth. Jake Bowers is at the DH position, batting seventh. Brandon Lockridge in right field will bat eighth. Andrew Monasterio, the shortstop, will bat ninth. Joining us now on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law, it is the sportsbook manager over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Austin Herdina, joining us here. Austin, how we doing today, my friend?
Good. How are you, Tommy?
Very good. We're hanging out here at Stenny's, second in national now. They got an awesome show going on, going in and out. They have the great food, great drinks, shuttle services as well, as you guys do at Potawatomi, hanging out, having a good time on the road. And Austin, 10th walk-off victory now for the Brewers yesterday. Isaac Collins coming up big with the bases loaded, and the Brewers figuring it out again, Austin.
Yeah, finding a way to win. That's you're gonna have to win close games if you want to be a contender in the playoffs. I just like the experience that the team is gaining right now, and finding ways to win. Because they had a good lead. They gave up a lot of runs. And let
back-to-back games now like that, Austin, too.
Yeah, but they, like the story says, they found a way to win at the end.
Yeah, they found a way to win. They continue to do that. Pat Murphy happy about it. And now, McGill going down on the 15-day IL, Austin. Are you getting a little nervous about the pitching depth here at some point in the bullpen? Because everyone's being overworked. They've had multiple guys now head to the IL. But the Brewers continuing to make a couple of moves. They bring in Eric Fetty today. I don't think I have any fear in Abner Uribe taking over closer duties. But as far as everyone else having to improve upon and become that new 7th and 8th inning guy, I get a little nervous, Austin.
I think we have so much depth compared to a lot of other major league teams right now. I'm not overly concerned with it. McGill, he's had a good year. He's let up. He hasn't been the best lately. So I don't know. I've looked forward to Abner getting the chance and seeing what he can do.
Austin Herdina over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook joining us here on the Leadoff Shows. We're live at Stenny's, second in national. Looking at the betting odds courtesy over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Brewers favored on the money line today, minus 141. Minus 1.5 will get you plus 150 odds for the Brewers, and the over-under set at 8.5 today. Austin, what are you looking at today as your most popular bets that you want to parlay for the people up from Potawatomi Sportsbook?
So it sounds like we're going with an opener tonight for an inning, and then Quinn Priester is probably going to take over. Is that right?
I'm not certain because they brought in Eric Fetty. I think it's going to be Quinn Priester coming out right after. I'm going to clarify it with Drew Wagner based on reports, but Aaron Ashby for sure the opener, yes.
Okay. Because of the price, the Brewers, home team, short price, I'm on the Brewers again.
Yeah.
It's hard to go against that. And then hitting-wise, I really like what Caleb Durbin has done. I like him over 1.5 hits. So looking for multi-hit game from Caleb Durbin tonight. And then Christian Yelich to get a hit as well. So you put those together in a parlay, you're looking at plus 525.
Plus 525, courtesy of the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Brewers money line, Caleb Durbin to record 2 hits in the game, and Christian Yelich to record 1 hit as well. 525, the odds on that over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Austin Herdina joining us on the Leadoff Show now. Austin, what's going on over at Potawatomi people need to know about? I know you guys got your own shuttle service as well, plus you guys have the fantasy football drafts. I think those are about to wrap up pretty soon. You got to get those in any day now. And week 1 of football, you can start making some reservations all too, right, Austin?
Absolutely, yeah. Everything you just said. Looking at this Saturday, even great college football slate. Tomorrow night, we got some college football games.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me, Austin. Like, are they going to cover 17.5? Is that the line? What do you guys? Oh, you guys don't have the line, right? So, but I don't even know. Like, the Badgers football program is probably one of my most loyal fandoms, and I'm just so upset every time I have to watch them play. Like, I want to watch the Badgers. I grew up going to the bars, watching the Badger games with my dad, and with some of my best memories. And I don't even know if I want to go to the sports book and watch all of the emotions that happen at a Badger game, because I feel like I'd bring the mood down. But Miami, you got to handle business against Miami, right? Like, go there, watch them handle business against Miami. You guys got reservations open for that still, Austin?
Yeah. If you're looking at getting a table, you want your prime spot, go to Potawatomi.com, go to Sportsbook, reservations, find what you want. As far as the Badgers go, yeah, this is the first time that I can remember that they're projected to not have a winning season.
Yeah.
I think 5.5 wins is what I've been seeing.
Yeah. I would take the under on that, Austin. I don't even know how you get to 6 wins on this team. To be fair, they have the most brutal schedule in the country. On top of that, they got to face Oregon, they got to face Ohio State, you got to face Michigan, you got to face Alabama. Like, it's a terrible schedule. But I also just think the program is pretty unserious right now in this new era of college football, Austin.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be a make or break season, I think, for our coaching staff, because they've been there a couple of years now. We got to see some improvement. We got to see, is this the team that's got the staff that's going to lead us to the future? I hope so. I love the Wisconsin Badgers. I've been to many games. It's a fun atmosphere. But gosh, I mean, I don't know. There's so many other teams in the conference are just getting better.
There's so many other teams in the state that are more fun to talk about, Austin. What if they want to make reservations for the Green Bay Packers week 1 against the Lions?
You got it. Yeah, we got reservations open still. We're about half full already.
Wow.
So if you're still thinking about it, come on in or head to our website. It's Packers play the 3:30 game on that Sunday.
Yep.
It's going to be exciting. Just all around football season coming up. It's an exciting time of the year, busy time in the sports book.
Are you guys going to have odds on the Ryder Cup once that's approaching, Austin?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I can't wait. Are you a golf guy? I haven't really asked it about with you.
Yeah, it's the second or third week of September, I think.
Yep. It's I believe it's like that 22nd or 28th or something around there. It should be awesome. Like, I can't wait to watch it. I love the Ryder Cup, and the roster came out today. Are you guys going to be open for reservations there? You think you'll have to make one or not?
If it's on a Saturday or Sunday, we'll have reservations.
All right.
It'll probably be labeled as like football, but I mean, if you're looking at coming in, go under that. It's really about the date.
Ryder Cup is Friday, September 26th to Sunday, the 28th. So if you want to even get in on that action, make sure you keep an eye out on that as well with the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Austin, thank you so much for jumping on today. His parlay for the people, again, one more time. Brewers money line, Caleb Durbin to record 2 hits today. I mean, Austin likes Caleb Durbin way more than Pat Murphy does. And Christian Yelich to record a hit as well. That'll pay plus 525, courtesy of the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Austin, have a great rest of your day, my friend. I will talk to you again tomorrow. And, of course, go Brewers.
Go Brewers.
There he is, Austin Herdina, over at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, talking about all the sports. Now, everything's really coming up now with fall. Brewers, they did a fantastic job keeping everyone engaged throughout the summer, and I will be locked in all season long still, too, hopefully through late October. That's what we're all hoping for with the Milwaukee Brewers. But I didn't want to, sabotage that Potawatomi, but just the Badgers. I have just nothing positive to say about the Wisconsin Badgers ever right now, and I want to. I grew up with Badger fandom being, near the top of my list, and ever since then, they just make me sad now, and the Brewers do a much better job at making me in a good mood indeed. Drew Wagner's going to join us in a little bit here. We are live at Stenny's 2nd and National. He will not be in person like he was a couple of days ago, but I'm hearing rumors. Charlie, am I reading this correct? Is he going to join the video stream now?
That's what he says. So you're going to be next to him virtually.
next to him virtually. He joined for the first time. Was that yesterday with Sparky on the video stream?
Flabbergasted.
Why is he so ambitious all of a sudden? That's just so unlike Drew. Like, I just, the curmudgeonly attitude is now, he is now chipper and spry and happy all the time. I like it. I like both versions of Drew. I take the Dr. Jekyll with the Mr. Hyde. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just wondering, like, what has happened that we are missing right now? Someone should check in on Drew, if anyone can do that for us. Did you see yesterday, Charlie? He sent it over to us, but when they showed the press box yesterday with the guys arguing, that was our good buddy Drew Wagner. It was Drew Wagner, Kurt Hogue, Jack Stern, all friends of the station. They've all been on before on, I think, every show that we have, at least in the morning and at night when we have Wisconsin Sports Daily and the Mason Crosby show in the morning. Like, all three of those guys, I mean, just like the all-star list of reporters in Major League Baseball. Three Stooges seems a little mean. I don't want to go that far with it. But, you know, those guys are always having a good time, yelling at each other because they didn't make a catch.
Calls Kurt stupid Kurt. I don't think we can be that mean. Like, Three Stooges is not that bad compared to that.
Oh, man, stupid Kurt and Jack Stern. You know, they went and did the Rapsodo. Like, they went and tested all of their arm strengths because Jack Stern works at WLC doing data analytics over there with their baseball program. And they went to test it. And I asked Drew, like, how much what'd you throw? And he said, well, my UCL is intact. Like, that's what it registered at least. So we'll get to Drew Wagner. He just jumped on now with us here. Let's take a quick break. It is the leadoff show. We are live at Stenny's on 2nd and National with our good friends of Sun Cruiser Vodka. Charlie back in studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Looking up, and it is gone.
It's almost time for the first pitch. Let's see who's in today's starting lineups. Brought to you by Lakeland University. Experience it your way. Visit lakeland.edu. It's the leadoff show powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan.
Welcome back to the leadoff show. Tommy Wortz here with you live from Stenny's, Second and National. Charlie back in the studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Before we get to Drew Wagner, Forbes Sports, Bryce Terang leads things off. He's at second base. Caleb Durbin at third base will bat second. William Contreras, the catcher, will bat third. Christian Yelich in left field will bat fourth today. Andrew Vaughn at first base will bat fifth. Blake Perkins in center field will bat sixth. Jake Bowers is the DH, batting seventh today. Brandon Lockridge in right field will bat eighth. Andrew Monasterio, the shortstop, batting ninth.
Powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan. Inside the Clubhouse is brought to you by Focus Baseball. Join their fall mini camps at focusbaseball.com.
Joining us now, Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law. It is Drew Wagner, Forbes Sports. Follow him on Twitter at @ByAndrewWagner. Mr. Wagner, how are we in the press box today, my friend?
We're a little confused because we logged on here. We heard that you may have been talking a little bit of smack about my UCL, my age.
I was telling the story you told me at Brewski's about the Rapsodo and how you guys were testing it out if Gasper could still throw 80, and then he threw 77. And I asked you how fast you threw, and you replied back with what, Drew?
My stuff didn't register, probably because it was so good. The Rapsodo couldn't handle it.
Yeah, and you said your UCL was still intact. That's all I was doing. I was telling a story. I was not, no shade was being thrown at you, Mr. Wagner. Do you wear hats very often? I don't know if I ever see you wearing a hat.
I always wear a hat. Rocking
really?
Rocking my Oki brand today. My
Oki brand.
Good folks down in Tulsa. Yeah.
Drew, you are famous now here. You are famous now. You were on TV yesterday. Do you want to explain that interaction you had with Kurt and Jack at all? Because Jack looked super mad at Kurt, and you got up, and then they turned the camera away.
Jack was more ecstatic because listen, he's had to live with the shame of his gaffe earlier this year when he went ass over tea kettle, fell out of his chair, and sprawled out on the ground. It did not come up with the ball, despite having the net. And Kurt yesterday missed one that was dead on target right in front of him. He missed it twice. So, Jack was ecstatic that he's no longer the only one feeling the shame. And I as the elder statesman, called them both out for just big abject failures. They disappointed us. They let us down. They made us look bad. They need to go work with Matt Erickson on their favorites.
Yeah, absolutely they do. Drew Wagner joining us here on the leadoff show. Drew, the news today, Eric Fetty signed to a one-year deal. We have an Aaron Ashby opener. We have a McGill IL stint. Like, what a busy day it was for the Milwaukee Brewers now. Is Quinn Priester the first man out of the pen today still? Is that what's going to happen, Drew?
Quinn Priester is going to get a blow today. He's been dealing with a wrist issue. Nothing too serious, but they decided just to give him a little bit of extra rest. So Eric Fetty is going to be the first guy out today. And he told Murphy he's good for 80 to 100 pitches, so they're going to go with Ashby hopefully at least one time through. And then the plan is to turn things over to Fetty and hopefully get some pretty good length out of him. But yeah, there's nothing inherently wrong with Priester, just getting a little bit of a break. And we'll see what happens from there.
Giving Quinn Priester the break. Aaron Ashby going to be the opener. Eric Fetty, the first man out of the pen for the Milwaukee Brewers, as Drew Wagner joins us live at American Family Field here on the YouTube stream. You can see his beautiful face, my more beautiful face, I'll say, as well, confidently too. Drew, Fetty, now, is he going to be a guy who is in that same long leverage relief type role, do you think? He's going to move to the pen. He's going to be a guy who can start some games. What do you expect to see with Eric Fetty's role this summer now as it wraps up with the Brewers?
Your guess is as good as mine, Tommy.
honestly, no clue. He was not having a very good year for the Cardinals and then for the Braves. I mean, his numbers are pretty awful with the Brewers. He's something they like in there. They've had good track record with this before. Maybe they unlocked something. I think it all depends on how today goes. If anything else, I mean, he is signed to a 1-year contract, so he's going to be around for a while. So obviously they see something that we can help with. But what his role is moving forward, I don't think we're going to know that until we at least get one outing.
Yeah, it was a very out of left field signing. It felt like kind of out of the blue. I didn't know when they were going to make this move. McGill, you had said that you had speculated he was going to be on the IL. Within the last couple of days. What is that role going to do now for the rest of this pen? You assume Uribe is going to be in the 9th, and then maybe Koenig assumes duties in the 8th. But how else is this bullpen going to bounce back now with McGill being out at the back end of it?
I mean, that seems like the logical solution. It makes the most sense. They've got options back there. I mean, if push came to shove, they could put Shelby Miller in there in that role. He's got experience in late game situations like that. But yeah, I think Uribe gets the majority of the reps there in the 9th inning, unless something catastrophic happens.
Drew Wagner joining us, Forbes Sports. You can find him on Twitter @ByAndrewWagner. Drew, the last 2 games now, the bullpen kind of giving away the game and making it interesting. How does Milwaukee avoid that today?
Score more runs and prevent the other team from scoring runs. That's basically what it comes down to. They need to get a good, quality, effective innings out of Eric Fetty, first and foremost. He has to keep that score down, and the bullpen needs to hold it. It's really that simple. It's not rocket science.
Yeah, and knowing Chris Hook, like Eric Fetty, will turn into the most insane pitcher out of the bullpen ever for them, indeed. Like, I have all the faith in Chris Hook that if he sees something, he will make sure it happens. Drew, thank you so much for jumping on today. We will have a good rest of your day. You have a good rest of your day. I'll do the same with mine, and we will talk again tomorrow, my friend.
You're going to pay for your earlier comments, Tommy. Just know that. You're going to pay.
Oh, no, where'd you go, Drew? Yeah. He doesn't know I can do that too. Not just Charlie. I got the admin account over here, baby. Drew Wagner jumps off the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law. 1 call, that's all. Maybe next time he tries to join via the video, I'll ask him, can you please stand in a louder environment, Drew? That would be awesome. Like, what are we doing, Mr. Wagner? I had to let him go there because he's just playing like everyone's walk-up song all at the exact same time. When he is trying to be there. We'll get a phone call with him next time. It's all good. Drew Wagner, always a fun listen. He'll be on again tomorrow. Leadoff show tomorrow. We will be back in studio. We will not be on the road. Leadoff show will start at noon. Jose Quintana going up against Nabel Krismet, I think is how you pronounce it. I'll make sure I have that down by tomorrow. It is the Leadoff show. We're live here at Stenny's on 2nd and National. One more thing to get to before we get out of here. It is today's Keys to the Game.
How does the crew win today's game? Who needs to step up? Let's find out with the Keys to the Game. It's the Leadoff Show, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Well, Keys to the Game today. It's going to be big on Ashby and Fetty, it sounds like, to get through this one. I think the Brewers, with 2 wins in this series, are kind of mailing it in a little bit on this one today. Not all the way. The lineup looks great, but as far as what they got going and what they have available for the pitching today, it sounds like they want Ashby to get through the order, and then Fetty's going to wear it for a couple of innings no matter how it's going. If he's pitching well, he's going to keep going. If he's not pitching well, he's going to go multiple innings today. It's almost guaranteed. Quinn Priester gets the day off. I wonder if they're going to push his start back just to tomorrow, so maybe Quintana won't be the guy going tomorrow for Milwaukee, or if Quinn Priester also has a stint now coming up on the IL, which would be really one of the worst-case scenarios, because then you know what that means, Charlie? Carlos Rodriguez back in the big leagues.
Yay.
You ready? Yeah. Ready for that? I don't think so. So maybe Easton McGee. I'm sure we'll see Easton McGee again as well. But Aaron Ashby, keeping the guys off the board in those first 3 innings is going to be crucial at this point, it sounds like, because I don't have a lot of faith in Eric Fetty today, at least today, for the Milwaukee Brewers. as he has had a really tough start this year so far. His ERA was over 5. He got traded to Atlanta and then was cut by the Braves a couple of days ago, and now he's back in the big leagues. And Drew Wagner even saying he doesn't know what his role is going to be, if he's going to turn into one of those Ashby Halls that they have come out of the pen originally, or if he's going to make a couple spot starts. And if Quinn Priester goes down, like, he's going to make a couple spot starts. Like, that is what's going to happen for Eric Fetty. So everyone get ready for this experience, because we're going to ride this wave together with our guy, Eric Fetty. That's today's keys to the game, though. It is Ashby and Fetty holding things down, locking it down for the Brewers. We, again, want to remind you guys, we were here with our good friends at Sun Cruiser Vodka. Baseball calls for Sun Cruiser Vodka iced tea made with real iced tea, real vodka. It's refreshingly smooth, easy to drink, no bubbles to fill you up. It's the perfect game day sipper. Plus, each Sun Cruiser, only 100 calories, 4.5% alcohol, making it perfect for anywhere your watch party takes you. Crack one open today. Let the good times cruise. Milwaukee, please drink responsibly. This is the last time we're on the road this week, I believe. We'll be back on the road next week. We'll have some dates all lined up for you guys to make sure that we can provide, more hats, more shirts, merch is all getting passed around. We are, I think, out of the fan merch right now here, but we have some Sun Cruiser stuff here too. And then before the game as well, you can get some last calls in as Sun Cruiser's just $5 before the first pitch of today's game between the Brewers and the Diamondbacks. That's going to do it for us here at the Fan. As I said earlier, show tomorrow noon, as it is scheduled to be Jose Quintana versus Nabil Crismat in the series finale between the Brewers and the Diamondbacks. Charlie, thank you so much for hopping on today with me again and helping me out. I know we do this far too often now. I would appreciate it if more people gave you thanks, because I thank you all the time, Charlie. All right?
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Mitch Thunder Nellis in for Sparky tomorrow on Wisconsin Sports Daily again. Pack-A-Day Radio will start at 8 a.m. tomorrow on the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Thunder Nellis again from 9 a.m. to 11. Live from Stenny's on 2nd and National. It is the leadoff show. Charlie back in the studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Don't forget, send them home.